everybody, to the Game of Thrones podcast by Scrumptious Unscripted. This week we are discussing episode 7, The Gift. Your host, Kat, here, and with me always is the good Sir Pappy.
Hello.
Hello, we're happy to be here this week. My other show went on 2-week hiatus for the holiday. I was very concerned.
And I'm very glad that this year Game of Thrones did not take a 2-week hiatus because I didn't want to have to wait for so much happiness.
Yeah, that was a terrible episode to have really the daunting thought that we were going to have to wait 2 weeks to have any form of revolution. I wish we had some revolution. The internet sure did.
Well, someone threatened the revolution in this episode, but we'll get to him.
Yeah.
However, I'm just happy that they kind of lumped in all of the happy endings in the middle of the season here, with one exception to the rule. Poor Sansa. This is the season where she ain't gonna get shit.
It really does not look good. But we'll try and keep on some semblance of a track here with the episod.
Yeah, well, real quick, is Jon goes away.
Yeah, bye, Jon. Nice seeing you. You got some snow on you. It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah, Jon goes away, and then they immediately cut away from the north for whatever reason, or the wall, at least.
Yeah, no, we had just a brief snippet up there like, oh, hey, Jon's going off on his adventure. And now what you're all waiting to see some form of additional information on. Hi, Sansa, crying in her room, clearly bruised up. Theon's fucking useless.
Yeah, it was actually really interesting. As Theon was walking after being given the candle, I was legitimately curious. Which way is he going to go? Oh, yeah, okay, he's still broken. Gotcha.
Yeah, no, I saw him taking the whiny bitch approach just because we have precedent with her her intentionally being led to find him at the dog stable, or not stables, kennel.
Well, and also, remember when his sister tried to come and save him. So, yeah, Reek is way too broken for a simple little plea speech to fix him.
Yeah, I think there's glimmers of hope for him. I'm still holding on to that.
Yeah, this was a really busy episode. I mean, even if you just remember the last time on, it was like last time on Game of Thrones, the last 6 episodes.
Yeah, that little intro was kind of nuts.
Yeah, and this is why. We're tying up a lot of loose ends, getting a lot of stories converging here. So we had Sansa try to get away, and instead she got an old lady flayed alive.
And did I not say that was my biggest concern? Was that's great, you have this like put a candle in the tower, but I distinctly remember saying, I bet you she's not going to be able to get there.
Yeah, that's a point for you. That's a real point.
That is a real point for me.
Yay.
I wish it wasn't, given the circumstances going on for her in the show, but I'll take my lumps where I can get them.
Yeah, and it's good to see that Sansa really is, genuinely hateful of her situation and willing to go to great lengths to get herself out. I'm glad that she's not just some kind of broken, desperate shell, though. That she is hateful and she's trying to find a way out, but she didn't just decide to go full victim.
I was really concerned that she was going to go full stupid. And I just say this, let me finish. Like, don't Kanye me. Let me finish.
Before you get angry.
She palmed like a blade or a nail or something.
Corkscrew.
Up there? Okay, was it a corkscrew? I knew it was something pointy.
I was hoping she was going to open his neck like a fine vintage.
I'm very happy that she didn't go, and that's where I say full stupid, and try to attack him right in that moment. And make things so much worse for herself, because I see, again, I'm liking her Grandma Rose approach where it's like, I'm going to stab you with my words here real quick.
Yeah, she's at a low point. I mean, she was engaged to a horrible person, but he didn't do much to her other than humiliate her. Thankfully, Tyrion was there to, prevent physical abuse, but now she is being physically abused. So this is hopefully the low point of the whole Game of Thrones story for Sansa. And from here on out, she's going to make sure good shit happens to her no matter what.
I almost see her kind of taking a turn. If we use her mom as our left fork in the road and Cersei as our right, I see her turning more in the Cersei direction, just in the sense that she's growing more into the don't trifle with me.
Well,
now, physically, she can't stand up to Ramsay. Like, there are just, I mean, she can. She got corkscrew now, but I'm hoping she's just going to get out and get Brienne in there, because if she tried to win a fist fight with Ramsay, it's not happening.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm a realist.
But this was one of the only parts of the show where they showed an area and then never came back to it. Because once this ended, we immediately went back to the wall.
Well, no, you saw her plea with Theon. They cut back and forth, I think.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of times, but not a big deal. Not a big deal.
I'm already so confused by the episode. That's why I have your notes here.
It was so jumpy. My horribly compressed notes.
No, it's okay, but we went back to the wall just in time to have somebody die, because that didn't really happen last episode. We got to make up for it.
Some tears were had when old Targaryen died.
They did it very well. And again, it diverges from the books only in where he passed away, so I know his death was coming this season, and they did, honestly, a very heartfelt job in letting him pass with a little bit of dignity. He was, losing his marbles a little bit at the end, but I liked it even kind of made him more human, a little more of a compassionate character. And I don't know, it's going to be weird, because, he was, like they said, he was a voice of reason for 12 freaking leaders he saw come and go.
That leads us to Guy's little quip at his funeral there. Don't have a lot of friends left, Sam. Poor Sam. Isn't that his life story? Poor Sam. Yeah. Although, Sam is one of those people, it's hard to fault him, because genuinely...
Oh, he's good.
He has the best moral compass on this show.
On the show. He is the nicest, most good-hearted, optimistic characters in the show. But because his character is so inherently whiny, even when he does something like he did, where I was like, good job, Sam, standing up for Gilly, taking a beating, trying your best to save somebody you care about, but at the same time, you're such a useless character.
That's where I get torn. I think he needs to be there because he's the only person who seems to stand up for the right thing.
And he's now the smartest person on the wall.
Yeah, there's that too. I don't even know where they're going to go with him.
Well, if they never go with a sex scene again, I'll be very happy.
Oh my God, are you kidding? That was hilarious.
At least I can say this is the first time I've ever been really happy that we had a no nudity sex scene. 'Cause usually, as a guy, I'm always like, oh yay, boobies. But I'm like, no, don't take anybody's shirt off. Don't take anybody's pants off. I don't want to see Sam's rotund ass. And the character who plays Gilly, she's a fine actress. I give her a lot of credit for doing this role. But I hate her character so much in this series that I have a very hard time just imagining any kind of passionate lovemaking going on between either of them.
Oh my gosh. It was the perfect follow-up to being really distraught over blind Targaryen guy. Because I was in stitches, especially his, oh my.
It's like, the only thing that would have made that better is if a monocle popped out of his eye, Oh, dear.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, it was sweet, and it was cool to see that Ghost was sticking around and keeping an eye on Sam, which was very smart of Jon Snow.
Yeah, well, Jon's not an idiot. As much as I like to make fun of him for being an idiot, he's not a complete idiot.
Well, he's pretty much a tactical mastermind, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's got all the common sense. The biggest problem is Sam is very smart, but he's not worldly, whereas Jon is very, like I said, tactically intelligent, but he gets very stubborn, and what he believes is right, he doesn't really give a shit if anyone around him is willing to follow him,
yeah.
Which we're seeing right now, where they're really, the men of the Night's Watch are really kind of turning against him.
Yeah, the old, thanks for your input, get out of my way.
Yeah,
thanks.
Yeah. So he knows what's right, and as viewers, we can totally agree with him. But you can't just be like, oh yeah, put aside your enmity of thousands of years, we're going to work together now, have a nice day.
Yeah. No, it's not happening. Though, do you well, maybe this is just me. I kind of got the impression on how convenient the timing of Ghost popping out was that Ghost was just chilling around the corner watching Sam taking the beating, like eating some popcorn, just waiting. Like, you can take a couple more punches, dude. It's fine.
I think even Ghost was kind of like, come on, man, at least land a hit.
Yeah. Can you land a blow? No? Oh, all right. I'm coming.
Yeah. Now, speaking of trying to get a blow, let's go down to Stannis' army.
Oh, my goodness. Can we not? Can Can we just skip it? Melisandre's a fucking bitch who needs to shut her mouth and
I'm just really
get
glad
off
to see
my lawn.
Stannis is willing to draw a line. He is not going to sacrifice his own daughter for any sort of power, which is good, because then all of that time spent liking Stannis this season would have just gone right out the window.
Yeah, but my fear is that he's put his foot down. We all know that Melisandre pretty much shoots for getting what she wants.
Well, remember, she said she saw herself walking on the walls of Winterfell, and that the flayed man went down. Peter Baelish.
Well, my fear is Stannis has his crazy-ass fucking wife with him who hates their kid, so is Melisandre just gonna walk over and be like, I need to sacrifice your daughter for the greater good of your husband, and she'll be like, let me give you a knife.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go to that, though, but I really do think that it's so vague that it means Melisandre might very well get to Winterfell, but it might be that the Flayed Man banners went up and Baelish's bird went, the Flayed Man went down and Baelish's bird went up. She never said she saw what banners were raised in the Bolton's stead.
Yeah, but she keeps spouting to Stannis that, she sees him as king. So.
I also really think that she's going to say that to whoever she thinks is most malleable, and at the time it was Stannis. If she decides that it's not, she'll just go and find someone else. And then we finally get a break from all the snow and go way south to Dorne.
Huzzah! Team Daddy issues! Tag team deathmatch! Sunday! Okay, so maybe it didn't work out quite like that, but I was excited.
No. I was thinking Dorne, I was thinking the other guys. You went right to the slave auction, yeah. Auction, which was cool. It was, again, it's great seeing how off the cuff our little Lannister friend can be.
Quick on his feet. That's street smarts right there.
Yeah, that's what most of the other people in the show are lacking, is the ability to handle themselves when shit goes downhill. Yeah. They usually freak out. No, you can't do this, which we'll see later with Grandma Rose and Cersei. Yeah. But with Tyrion, it's just like, yes, I'm a great fighter. Haha. Well, yeah, but, check it out. Whoa.
Yeah. Watch me beat the shit out of this one dude.
It was really funny, and it was really well placed.
Funny, and I loved how nobody stopped him. Like,
everyone was laughing.
Yeah, nobody jumped in on behalf of the guy taking a beating. They were just like, well, here you go. You pay me now.
Well, if your entire job is to keep a slave under control and you fail at that, I feel that they're just going to watch and laugh at you.
Yeah, especially when it's a dwarf. I mean...
Yeah, that was good. And in the same area, we did have a little bit of plot, I guess, with some pillow talk. Of course, because what would Game of Thrones be without two people talking in bed?
Yeah, well, I just have to laugh a little bit, because he's all trying to get back into it, and she's like, no, wait, excuse me, what did you mean? No, we're done. Finish your sentence. Thank you. So I did have to laugh at just the realism of that.
Men, you hear that? Never talk during sex if you want more.
Yeah, don't start a conversation.
We can turn our brains off and on. However, once you get a female's thoughts going, and I'm not being sexist here, I'm just pointing out the difference in mental anatomy. Yeah.
Well, especially when your lead-in is, well, I think if it were me, I would just kill all the masters.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Let's get back to this now. No, I'm sorry.
Because the penis turns off the brain. So once he got back into it, like, you know what, I'm done talking, let's have more sex, he was ready.
Oh, yeah. But she was like, wait, excuse me?
But yeah, no, it was too late. He put an idea in her mind. And
yeah, that was the end of that.
And that's why I always wear the gimp mask.
That's why ball gags were made. Thank you.
All right. Now, speaking of the inability to form a complete sentence, Grandma Rose finally met her match.
Yeah, it was showdown at the old folks' church, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, when she spent her entire life being able to out-intrigue everyone else, and now she's met a man who does not care about intrigue. He is completely honest and has no ulterior motive, and that's what makes him so much of a wild card in this world.
I was going to say, the most dangerous person in King's Landing right now.
Yeah, because he says what he means, and he means what he says, and he is genuine 100%.
How dare he?
Hey, I'm just glad I got some Dr. Seuss in there.
That did not go well for her.
No, she and
in that
the reason
particular
she was
moment
saved was Peter Baelish.
Yeah, I saw, like, you'll see on my notes where it was like LF note, because I couldn't quite make out the insignia, but I thought it was Littlefinger's bird.
Yep. Yeah, he always gives everyone the bird. And that was great. It was kind of nice to see her back on stable footing with the whole, if you should make me disappear, they'll never find any of you, all of that stuff. She was back in confident mode.
Oh, well, I don't think she really lost her confidence in her showdown with the High Sparrow. I just think she just flat out lost because the game she's playing is not a game he's playing.
Yeah, she was playing poker. He was playing solitaire.
Yeah. So, but yeah, back with Baelish, somebody who's playing the same game, she kicked ass.
And we're seeing it. Yeah, Baelish is definitely out for Baelish, no matter what it takes.
I told you.
And before we, spoil what that led to, we got to jump back up here to, once you got that, tantrum time?
Oh, tantrum time. Well, that will lead into what you don't want to go to yet. So we do have to flash back over to Mama Dragon, because she has now met up with Tyrion.
Oh, gift?
Yeah, the gift. The gift of the imp.
They did that very well, too.
They did, and...
was nothing. All right, here is something that is going to drive a lot of people nuts. That portion of the story is now ahead of the books.
Oh.
Yeah, see that moment of surprise silence? They didn't even have to wait to the end of the season. They have actually caught up with and surpassed the novels in episode 7. So there you go.
Okay.
Everything going on with Tyrion Lannister and the Dragon Mama is completely new to everybody now.
Well, see, now that we're in the season, the stills that I grabbed for our prepisode, there's some things in there that I'm like, oh, that's making more sense to me. But that's talk for another time. So yeah, we had Jorah go out, punch everybody in the face. She showed up at a fighting pit, not the games, just the preliminaries.
It's apparently her job to witness. And this is where I think it's funny. It's her job to witness all the gladiators that are going to be fighting in the games. And then they kill each other off. I feel that you're wasting perfectly good gladiators right now.
Well, I get maybe that, from having watched way too much Spartacus, I get that each house is going to have, their one super pro fighter for the Primus, as it were. So, I get that their style of doing it is a process of elimination. Like, throw everybody in a group fight. Whoever wins is clearly the best.
Yep. But props on Jorah for knowing exactly what it took to get her attention, in that he could tell she was disgusted by the violence. So he went out there and just knocked everybody out. Yeah.
Didn't cut anybody's throat open. Didn't slit somebody in the knee.
Yep. Dragon Mama said to knock you out.
Yep. And
I'm full of really bad puns and lyrics today.
I like our Hodor-esque looking dude who freed Tyrion. I was like, did they sneak Hodor in this season? Because you look awfully similar.
Yeah, and I loved how they converged all of that. Like I said, it was really well done. And before we get to the final happy, let's go to jail in Dorne this time. Well, let's detour with a little "You Don't Know Me, Dad." What did you think about it?
Did I not even write anything about Dorne in here? Oh no, I did. Okay,
you did. Tainted boobs.
Tainted boobs.
But really, before that, I did like the whole "You don't even know me, Dad." Well, Uncle, but
yeah. Last time I saw you, your hair looked better. You had a hand, and you don't even know me like that. So I'm gonna go back to texting my boyfriend thing. That's what that read.
She was the most teenager we have seen in this entire show.
You know, all she needed was some double bubble, man. Just blow a big bubble and pop it before she turned around and stomped out of the room.
Yeah, really hard to bring your niece, daughter-niece.
The context of their relationship from her perspective is this is her uncle. But yeah, we know better. Everybody fucking knows better.
But she's well within her rights to stay there. And I think that's the smartest thing Marcella could possibly do, is stay the fuck away from King's Landing.
Right? What's she gonna go back to? Getting freaking crucified.
Yeah, and remember, the Prince of Dorne is the smartest one of the 7 kingdoms.
I think they should all stay in Dorne. Let's have a big Dornish party.
Because you saw how prepared he was. He knew the Sand Snakes were going to make a move.
Oh yeah, because he said flat out the beginning of the last episode to X Guy. I really need to learn X Guy's name. I feel bad, but X Guy.
I keep wanting to call him the other guy's name. I keep wanting to call him Dario, but I know.
Oh yeah, no, that's Sword Guy. This is Axe Guy. Get him straight. I'm just saying, get him straight.
What if I googled Dorne Axe Guy? Florida man charged with decapitating mom with axe.
Oh, Jesus. Florida, why are they always out of Florida? Oh my gosh, so a topic for another time.
It's Ario Hota.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, that is, alright. No, he's staying Axe Guy, because Ario and Dario, I can't do this.
And that's why I do that in my brain.
Is this like Mario and Wario? Like, the polar opposites of each other? Whatever.
I want Waluigi to show up.
Yeah.
So anyhow, yeah, it's cool that we're getting just a little bit of Dorne. Although, hey, we learned about Bronn, and we were right. He was poisoned.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody could have seen that scene coming, though.
I was having serious palpitations on multiple levels, because that girl has some rockin' body, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, she was the one I said last week. Her outfit was so tight, I knew how big her belly button was. And now I know how big her nipples are, too. So, hey, way to go, Game of Thrones, for showing female nudity again. Big on you.
Yeah.
There's a little sarcasm there. You can't see my face.
You can't see the look that I'm giving you.
It was the most hilariously awkward seduction scene I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my God, it was hilarious. But I did genuinely have a moment where I'm like, she's wearing like a nightie. How is she going to have anything stashed to help him?
Well, there's ways to get things into prison.
Yeah, but they weren't planning on going to prison. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still joking about shoving things where.
Yeah, I know what you're joking about.
Yeah, that's right. I'm spelling it out.
Let me just get a tattoo for you. Free storage. Like
I was worried though. I really was, because again, he's still alive in the books, but he's a background character, and I was really hoping they weren't going to kill him off in the show, because that means that he would have been possibly worthless / pointless in the books, and I like reading about him. So I'm glad that.
No, I'm happy he's around, but yes, you and I both had that pegged last episode. He got poisoned for sure.
Yeah, it was really funny though. I was really hoping to make some kind of joke about, if when you get the heart racing faster or something, then it kicks the poison in.
Yeah.
Really hoping they were going to tie in a really bad erection joke somewhere with his near-death experience.
Well, I'm pretty sure they tied in multiple jokes depending on your orientation or perspective on how's your head?
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. But it was funny, and it was good to see him survive. But I also now wonder if he's indebted to her or not, or how they're going to take that.
Dude, I kind of totally shipped the two of them. I'm not going to lie. I was like, yay, you left flaky blonde girl, and now you get a sand snake. I approve.
Yeah, one that's potentially insane and dabbles with poisons. Good on you.
It's better than Wafy. My sister pulls my hair.
Well, remember, in the like I pointed out before, in the novels, she is mentally challenged. Yeah, so we got a little bit of Dorne, we did get some Bronn, and anytime we get a chance to hear those pipes from now on, I think you should be allowed to sing in every episode.
Oh my gosh, he's so awesome. I love Bronn. I'm all for him and Poison Chick hooking up. I'm all for it.
He's all for him and whoever will hook up with him hooking up.
Yeah, and if he doesn't have to pay for it, all the better.
But yeah, back to some of the more serious stuff, though.
So speaking of paying for sex and going to jail for that.
Yeah. I did like the Marjorie scene where she was trying to be all, oh, we feel so bad for you. And Marjorie's like, I see through your bullshit. Knock it off.
Yeah. Shut your mouth. Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Let me throw a glass at you. Or did she throw the venison? Whatever she threw.
And I really thought at first that she was being even more of a bitch, because I thought she'd brought a bedpan.
Oh, well, she really, the venison she brought, where it's like, oh yes, I quite enjoyed it yesterday.
Yeah, oh, she's such a snide bitch. And then we got the comeuppance.
Comeuppance!
Oh yeah, that cousin of yours, or was it cousin or nephew, Lancel?
Lancel was a cousin.
Okay, that she was banging.
Well, Jamie was away, yeah.
Yep. and she was banging him so that he would feed her information. And ta-da! He's kind of a sparrow now, and he kind of confesses everything. And obviously, Peter Baelish had a little bit of a hand in that because Lancel had a chance to confess all of this any time, and now it waits. You know what I mean? The timing is
he has sway over Lancel, and we got to see that when they had their little conflict last episode, and from previous season. He knows everything that was going on because Lancel was one of his little informants there for a while.
Yeah. And Lancel is not a smart man.
No, he's kind of on the derp radar, Yeah. And as illustrated by him joining a cult.
Remember the whole when you confess thing. I think that's going to be a really big key to the next couple episodes. Should you confess your crimes before going to trial, you'll be given the mother's mercy.
Yeah, but what is that? Because I feel like that's murdering you in the face.
No, I don't. I don't know. I know what happens in the novels, but I know that the mercy is always less of a punishment than what would happen if you went to trial. So going to trial might end up with maybe chopping a hand off or death or banishment. So if you confess and beg for mercy, then it has to be something still horrible, but one that will leave you alive.
Maybe she'll be stripped down in front of the peoples and given some lashings?
Maybe I can't say anything because that would spoil everything.
See, when you do that, though, it tells me that I'm on the right path.
No, I'm not going to tell you yes or no. I'm not going to encourage it.
Well, that's what I'm going with, or maybe they'll stone her. I have to get up on my medieval.
Confess, they're not going to stone her to death.
Well, no, not to death, but I feel like they could still throw stones at her and give her some lashings.
No,
or
it's a stoning if you're found guilty. It's tomatoing if you confess or something. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Give her some lashings or nail her ear to the pillory or something. I don't know.
And I don't want to spoil this for any of the people who haven't read the novels that may be listening. Let's just say that I can't wait.
He's so anxious about it.
I don't have to wait 2 more weeks, so that's great. There's no break this year. Yay!
Hooray! Yeah, that's true. So that sums up everything in a very long-winded, well, longer than we have been, but
long for us.
There was a lot going on in this episode.
We did have to do a little bit of debating, so this is just a slightly longer than usual episode, but it was totally worth it.
Hold the phone. I have to throw out my really stupid pun for Bronn, which was that the sand snake there had the breast intentions.
Okay. Now, I do not win for worst joke of this episode. Good job.
I help you out, That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you.
Don't worry, I'm sure I'll take my title back next week.
Yeah, it's give and take. We gotta work it out. So we'll see what happens next week. So thanks for coming on out, Mr. Pappy.
Yeah, thanks. As always, it's always a lot of fun to talk about things I'm watching anyway.
Hooray! All right. So, as always, everyone, thanks for listening. If you're on YouTube, please consider giving us a subscribe or a thumbs up. It's kind of awesome. And you can find this and every episode that we do at scrumptiousunscripted.com. So thanks again, Sir Pappy. We will see you next week because there's not a 2-week break.
Yay! Good night, everybody. Even if you're listening to this at 2 in the morning.